Hey guys, it's Marley. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I just wanted to talk to you guys about something very important in all of our lives, most of our lives, and that is college. So this is going to be like different, but not really, because this channel is kind of whatever I want it to be. And it's just more like informational and helpful, but also like my experience as a college student. I've only been there for a semester, but I can tell you, it's an experience. I had no idea what was going on the whole entire time. So this is kind of just to help anybody who has no idea what they're doing and no idea what it's gonna be like. And nobody really told you the real tea, okay sis? I have that, so, you know. The reason I kind of wanted to tell you guys my own experience is because I do suffer from seasonal affective disorder. So the winter time, the fall time, not my favorite. I actually hate it, and that's probably why I hate school so much. So if you want to hear about my time in school, and also just like some tips to help you if you're going into college, if you're picking college, if you're applying for college, and if you're choosing college, and just how college really is, then keep watching. Okay, so I first want to talk, I have notes. I have notes, sis, okay? I first want to talk about applying for schools and picking a school. So when I was applying for school, it was a hot mess. Luckily, my mom does nails, so she knows everyone. And she hooked me up with one of her good friends who's like a principal. So she was my college advisor, and she was, because my ACT score wasn't amazing. I'll just say it was a 25. Like, it's okay, but it's like not like Stanford or like Harvard. So I already knew those schools weren't happening for me. And my GPA was like a 3.5, so I was like pretty average, honestly, in high school. I could have done a lot better. I literally just did not care. Having that college advisor was really nice because she set me up for scholarships. She found all these scholarships, found all these grants and financial aid and stuff like that. She helped me set that up. On your college application, you need to put things that stand out. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a goody two-shoes. I put recycling club on there. I went to recycling club twice, okay? And I thought I was the president. What's up? I was president. So let me preface this by saying my dream school is Ohio State, and I don't go to Ohio State because there's schools like that where you really need to put something on there that makes you stand out, and I guess I did not have enough because like I didn't get in. I know a lot of people that didn't get in because Ohio State thinks that they're amazing, which they are. So, but it's just kind of like iffy on what you want to put on there and what you think will make you stand out. It's just like a lot of little things, and it's not being the president of a recycling club that's going to get you there. So I put a lot of my sports on there, and when it asks you like what position were you, just say I was the president, because honestly, if your parents are not rich like mine, they are not, you want to apply for financial aid. Financial aid saved my entire life. FAFSA is that, you know. So I did use financial aid because let's be real, like some of us don't got money like that. Chose Cincinnati. I'll get into like choosing a school and whatnot and why I chose Cincinnati, but I didn't have to pay for it with all the scholarships and grants I got. And this year, after the semester, I had a good enough GPA to even get another scholarship or have an opportunity to get another scholarship. So they come along as you go. So that's my next point, is go where the money is, because who wants to pay student loans for the rest of their life? Not I, not me. No thank you. And honestly, if it has the money you're looking for and it feels comfortable, you're not gonna be there and you're gonna be like, oh my god. That's another thing. If you are, we're gonna be real here. It's a lot about race and what you're comfortable with, if we're being honest, because my next point is there are PWIs and there are HBCUs, and I am mixed and I go to a PWI. So I ended up choosing a PWI because Cincinnati is probably one of the most diverse PWIs in Ohio. It is. It definitely is. Yeah, I only applied to 4 schools, I think. UC, I just felt really comfortable. Ohio State is not the least bit diverse. Okay, we're gonna be honest. And I really love that school. But I just chose Cincinnati because, well, 1, I didn't get into Ohio State. 2, it felt really comfortable. I like a city environment. If you're a person that likes like being out in a field, choose a college town because that's what's gonna happen. I like being in the city. So yeah, that's my experience with like grants, choosing college, applying to college. Next is after you've chosen a college, you move into college. My move-in advice: bring what you need, which for me was everything. Bring a lot of food because I live in a apartment style dorm, and honestly, I'm still hungry. I have a kitchen and stuff like that, and I'm still like always hungry. So, and I have unlimited like meal plan, and I'm still hungry every day. I'm just saying, bring a lot of food, bring what you need, bring a lot of clothes because you don't know how the weather's gonna be unless you live in like LA, which must be nice. I moved in early for college. God bless. If you can move in early, move in early. The crap storm that's gonna be happening when people move in is literally ridiculous. The dorm I was at to help people move in didn't have an elevator. You don't have, excuse me, you don't have an elevator. So just like keep that in mind because you're not gonna move in fast. Like it's not gonna be a fast process. That brings me to my next point, having like roommates, meeting your roommates. I think it's so important to have a good relationship with your roommates because we're spilling tea, right? No. One, she dipped the second week. That's another story for another time. So yeah, now we have 6 and I have 6 and there's 7 of us total, and like we move the rooms around or whatever. The reason I say it's important is because you just want to be able to be like, hey, what's up? I need you to like stop talking, I'm studying. Or hey, do you want to go get food because I'm lonely? One of my best friends now, actually 2 of them, are my roommates, and I love them dearly. And that's kind of all with that because I don't want to go too much into roommate situation because it can get a little messy, you know? Next is parties. The reason I'm talking about parties next is because my school has this thing called Welcome Week. So it's like with the move-in week or whatever, the weekend. It's a week, but it's really a weekend because nobody's going to the bouncy houses. I'm sorry, we're in college. Like I don't understand that. So during the weekend, it's party time. I will say at the beginning of my college experience, at the beginning of the semester, I partied a lot. Like my friends would come visit me. Now they don't because it's cold and we don't have that many parties, so they don't want to visit your girl, but it's fine. In college, at a PWI, I don't know if it's the same at HBCU because everybody's pretty much black, but where I go, there are white and there are black people parties. So, you know, I don't want to put race into this, but we're being honest. Being mixed, I like to go to both. It literally depends on the mood I'm feeling. Like I can go to a frat party and have a wonderful time. I can go to a Q party and have a wonderful time. It literally just depends how I feel. Putting black people in a white people party and white people in a black people party, it's just like really like hard. Unless you're like, you grew up like that. Like unless you really about that, you know, like, and I'm not saying you'll never see a black person at a white party and a white person at a black party. It's just like, there are 2 different types of parties. So next is like actual school, actual assignments, actual lectures, actual labs, blah, blah. If you don't know me, you probably wouldn't know. I am a biology major. And I want to be a physician's assistant and go to PA school, all that good stuff. So I have labs, I have lectures. You have a lot of assignments. At the beginning, they may seem super easy because a lot of it is review. I had amazing grades at the beginning of the semester, if I do say so myself. And towards the end though, it started being new stuff, so it was pretty hard. So I recommend when you're doing assignments for anything, just don't turn them in late. They don't have to be perfect as long as you turn them in on time. Like math, some of the stuff I would literally like just guess and I would just turn it in. I got an A+ in that class. Not A+, you can't get those, but I got an A in my class. So, and if you turn in all this stuff, even if you like bombed some of the stuff, a lot of the times professors drop things, which is like something I never knew until I got into college. They drop a lot of stuff. Like my biology grade was like a C-, and then he dropped all my stuff and I got a B. Just make sure you know like the criteria for dropping. Like in math class, we had participation tests and you could miss 3, which means you could miss 3 days of class. So I planned out my 3 days to miss. And I know that sounds terrible, but if we're being honest, like that's my honesty, because some days were hard. Okay, you're living on your own. You don't have your parents telling you like, you need to do this, you need to go to this, or if you're sick, you don't have your parents to help you. You have to help yourself, and that's probably the saddest part. Like when you're sick, dying in your bed, they can't come give you medicine, and you have to go buy it at the store yourself. Yeah, some days were harder than others. Okay, next is a more serious discussion about stress and depression and anxiety when you're in college. My whole like first semester, I was like, I was dating my boyfriend. Like he had the exact, like he was fine. Like he can do anything. I just like have a really hard time in the winter, like I said in the beginning of the video. So it was really hard for me to get out of bed. It was really hard for me to want to do any type of homework. I honestly like put my whole first semester, like I give credit to my roommate. She is the best person in the entire world. She literally helped me through like everything because we took all the same classes. So she like, I could bounce questions off her. I could be like, when's this due? When's this due? Like, please help me. Like, I don't understand this. So just having like somebody, like a buddy or something with you at all times to like kind of help you just get your crap together. What I did to start like coping with that and like combating like all these anxious feelings or like depressing feelings, I would start going to the gym. And you may not know this, but about 2-3 years ago, I was like 160 some pounds, and over like a year and a half, I lost 22 pounds. And when I started, and I kept it off for a while, when I started college, I gained like 10 of that back because I was just like eating everything. So I realized I was out of shape and depressed. So I started going to the gym. It helped me like get up, get my butt doing something. And I know working out's not for everyone. There are other things you can do. So that brings me to my next point, and that is extracurriculars. The thing with extracurriculars is when you go to college, when you come into college, they're going to tell you about every organization that they've ever had on the campus and tell you that you need to join 50 of them. Don't. I got to the point in the semester where I said, if this does not give me a grade, I do not care. Now, I'm not saying that's good. I think it's probably bad because you need to like get out there and do some things. But if you are so swamped and so drained with with all the schoolwork and everything like that, let it be known, like, this is not giving me a grade. Say that to yourself, this is not giving me a grade. Why am I stressing out about it? I didn't care to like join any organizations, etc. Like I wanted to do Greek life. There's black sororities and there's white sororities. Same with fraternities. I can't even join a black sorority till I'm in my second year of college. So I'm not going to join a white one now. I'm just going to wait and see what I want to do because I honestly still have no clue if I even want to join one or which type I want to join. I think Greek life is a great idea if you want to spend a lot of money. If you're able to, it is a good idea. You make a lot of friends and you are getting out into your school community and like doing something. So I'm not against it at all. I probably will join one in the next year. Moving on to more distractions in college, because organizations, I believe they are like a distraction in a good way. There are other ones that are not great. That is called relationships. I know a lot of people who have slept around in college, who have like had their fun, and I literally don't judge anyone who does that. Like, go do you. Like, get that girl, okay? Get that boy, like whatever you want to do. Or they're dating multiple people, whatever. College is the time to experience stuff, whatever it may be. And if you're this person sitting there judging people, you're bored. But also relationships can be a distraction, because a lot of times people get caught up in like wanting a certain person or like juggling multiple people, and they're not really like focused, and that's something that I don't agree with and I don't respect. That's where we are different, and that's why we can't relate or conversate. For me personally, I'm in a long distance relationship and I love it. I love it because I'm a true believer distance makes the heart grow fonder. And of course, like, there are times, pretty much all the time, where I want my boyfriend with me, but I feel like it's so nice to like live your own life when you're in college, rather than be with somebody 24/7. I find it really nice to like have my space from that person, and I see him on breaks and he's the best person in the world, but I like having my space. I like living a separate life. I am a very much an independent person, kind of a loner. Okay, like I still got my crew, but like I can be alone for a long period of time. For me, that's the best option, is to be in like this long distance relationship, as long as you trust the person. Like, if you don't, why are you doing that? When you're looking at the broad scope of things, relationships are good to have when you have your space, when you're not caught up in it and you're not worrying about it 24/7. Like, it's a good thing to be in one, because then you got somebody to talk to or whatever, and it is okay to have multiple. Like, who cares, as long as that's not coming before what you came to do. And last but not least, I want to end this video on a high note, and that is my final GPA for my first semester of college. So my final GPA was a 3.319. I want to say I'm so proud of that. I could care less about having like a 3.9, 4.0. Like, as long as I got above a 3.0, like, girl, we are okay. I would stay up at night just thinking about my grades and like what they were going to turn out to be, and I like would calculate them like on my phone and whatnot, because I was just so worried. So once I ended with that GPA, I realized like there is some slack to college, and I don't want to sit here and lie to you guys and be like, no, you have to do everything and it has to be perfect, because there is some slack to college. Like, they drop grades. Like, if you have a C, it's not going to ruin your GPA. I had a C last semester, so I'm really proud of my GPA this semester, even though it's probably the lowest GPA I've ever had. College is a lot harder, and I just want everybody to remember that. So when you get to college, or you're choosing a college or whatnot, college is hard. College is not a joke when it comes to choosing a major, which I didn't really talk about. But when it comes to that, choose something you know you're gonna love for the rest of your life. I personally love politics. Like I wish I could be a political correspondent, but I'm the type of person who wants to be a team member and who doesn't want to climb ranks. And I know that's something that I would not love to do, and I would not want to fight for. I want to fight to help people and save their lives. I would rather do that than just talk about Donald Trump. Make sure it's something you're passionate about, something you want to do, something you love, because that is the most important thing. And that is all I have for you guys today. I know it was a lot of information. You have to take some notes. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, night, afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.